Hey guys, this is Jasmine Marin, and in this video I want to talk about pretty much my struggles with connection and my struggles with low self-esteem, how I'm overcoming it, where I used to be and where I am now. So let's get started. So ever since I was a child, I was very shy, and I could not talk to people. I had no social skills, no communication skills, and over time that developed into low self-esteem. Right around middle school, right around middle school, even earlier than that, I started to have very low self-esteem. I really hated the way I looked. I hated my personality. I didn't feel like I was good at anything. So overall, that was just all a recipe for depression, which I ended up getting later along my life, around junior year of high school. I don't know if I really had depression because I was never diagnosed. I had the opportunity to get diagnosed, but I never did because I didn't want to get prescribed antidepressants. I, for some reason, wanted to fix it on my own, which I highly do not recommend. Talk to somebody. Please talk to somebody. But my pride and my, I don't know, me not wanting and not knowing how to talk to people, I just couldn't tell anybody, didn't want to tell anybody, so I didn't. And very bad mistake. But I didn't want to get prescribed antidepressants, so I didn't say anything. And it took me a very long time to change. A very long time. I'd say when that was junior year, that was like 2012, I think. Yeah, like 2012 or something like that. It's been 5 years since I'm just overcoming it, so fast forward, and this is a very short story, okay? There's just too many details in this, but I just want to give you the summary. So then I ended up getting married. I got married young. Then I moved to Nebraska. And I was still struggling with very low self-esteem, but he was definitely helping me overcome it slowly. He would always, he was a very social person. So we would go on double dates, and we would go on group dates, and we would have like little parties here at our house. But I still could not be myself really around people, and I still had very low self-esteem, and I just could not be myself. It was very hard for me. Whenever I was in like a group setting, I just felt like they were judging me with every move I made and every breath I took. That's how it felt. And so I just was very quiet, usually in social settings. So then years later, I'm just learning all about personal development, reading a lot of books and all of that stuff. And then I found these books by Neil Donald Walsh, and I read the first book, and I'm reading the fourth book. And you guys, I skipped 2 and 3, okay, but I will get to those someday. But I have just been reading those, and literally within days, I feel like my whole thought process and my whole life has shifted. So one of the tips is to share. So one of the tips is to share. And it sounds so like childlike and kind of silly. Really, it's just to share. Share everything to everyone. Even if you don't like that person, or if you think you don't like that person, because so many of us think we don't like a person, then we actually get to know them, and then we're like, hey, this person is actually not bad, but we're all connected because we have enough things on this earth for everybody. Another really big thing that I stopped doing was I stopped seeing people's negative sides or bad sides, because I used to just focus on what they do wrong, what they say wrong, their bad personality sides, and I used to just focus on that, and that's why I never could make friends very easily. But instead I started focusing on their good side, you know, like if they're in a bad mood, and instead of complaining in my mind like, oh, this person is super annoying, they're just complaining and whining and blah blah blah, and I don't like this person, instead of doing that, I started to try and cheer them up or try to change the subject and ask them questions about, you know, I don't know, like I would ask questions like, oh, you know, like oh, hey, like what's a good movie that you've seen lately, or what's a good you know, just switch the energy to a negative to a positive, and you will see it shift super super quickly. Or share something, give something to them, you know, ask them if they want some water. You know, you don't have to buy people things to be nice. You could just offer very simple things that people don't usually offer, and it really shifts their day around, and then you start to see their good side and their funny side, and you're like, wow, this person is actually really really cool. And this one is probably the biggest thing, the biggest tip that I learned from the book, and it shifted, and it is so inspiring and so special to me that I really need to share it. And that's that whatever you want to bring into your life, give that to somebody else, and you will see it come super fast to you. Does that make sense? So if you want more happiness into your life, give happiness to somebody else. If you want more friends in your life, be a friend to somebody else. If you want more money into your life, give money to somebody else. And I swear to you, it freaking works. And yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of my backstory, a little bit of where I am with connectivity right now. I'm trying to do better with being more of myself to other people, and I still have my struggles, of course. I still have my struggles talking to people, but I'm trying to just be more loose, be more relaxed, and share my truth, my passions, my interests to everybody. So thank you so much. I will see you next time. Have a very Merry Christmas. Give as much as you can, because that's what Christmas is all about. Bye, guys.